question. You didn't even question like why your shit has like a cookie bar and some caramel.
No, no. Okay, so when I first lifted it, I was like, oh shit. I started kind of forget. I'm like, fuck, they're gonna laugh at me. I forgot. This is gross. But like, wait a second. I know exactly what my shit looked like last time. So I did shit again. So let me like take a closer look to see what the fuck is going on. I'm like, wait a second. I recognize that. That's the back of a twig. And then the smell hit me. I'm like, wait, that's Santa. What the fuck is going on? Like, that's why I put the toilet.
Why is there cookies in here? Why is there caramel in here?
You did the first look, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, wait a second.
Oh,
you
want
to
font
shit.
People, hey. So, Alan apparently, man, and we told some of the story yesterday, but that was just way better. Just the idea. I didn't know you were thinking about all this shit.
I was, because, I mean, again, there have been times in my life that I'll admit where it's like, hey, I've forgotten, and it's embarrassing as hell, because you got to go back, and luckily, like, I haven't been, like, no one else has walked in, but there's been times where I've forgotten, so I'm like, okay, it's possible. So when that happened, I started, like, going, oh, shit, all my friends are here, they've already made fun of me all week for stupid shit, I don't need this to be, like, on the forever list, and I'm like, oh, crap, I got to go out and, like, explain this. I'm like, wait a second. No, I know exactly what my shit looked like about an hour ago, and I didn't go to the bathroom since.
Why though?
I have a good memory. You always have to look.
No, I know you look, but like, did it look weird or something? Like, what happened? What was up with that piece of shit of yours that you
there were
remembered
two.
it?
There were two pieces.
Oh my god.
That's what I remember. Right. So when I saw that there was only one, I was like, wait a second. No, I remember there being two.
Okay.
So we should have put in 2 Twix.
Yeah, exactly.
You couldn't have known. You couldn't have known.
I was actually thinking like maybe we should like cut it up into bits and shit. So
probably would have worked a little better, honestly. No, because
we were afraid of like messing up the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all like left the fucking like what? You rubbed it on like a tissue paper or some shit. Yeah. I saw the fucking like trash can. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Oh my god. But anyways, people, we are here. Hey, Ryan, the return.
Ryan, did y'all miss me?
Yeah, no, I sure the fuck missed you because that was one incredible way to start this fucking thing off. So obviously, just to let you guys know, probably some people don't know what the fuck's going on. You never know how nowadays, but yeah. Even though I named this particular stream, the Chat Tech, yeah, we're the pre-show. We are here for Corey Coleman, so he's actually asked us to do this. We're not just kind of throwing ourselves at you, goddammit. But we do pre-shows for all the shows. And tonight, What Up Son's going to be starting at 9:15 CST, which is going to be in about 30 minutes. So we'll just hang out with you guys, shoot the shit, and shoot Twix all over each other.
How did they think we got on here? We hacked Corey's fucking Twitch account just to start streaming.
Well,
I did.
Yeah, well, by the way, Jen was talking shit in the chat, and Corey yelled at her on the stream.
Oh, really? Jen was talking shit?
You got me talked about. I didn't even do that. That was all you.
I could have sworn it was you. I think you got my computer, and you got the keyboard, and you were like, fuck you, Coleman, you're a fucking idiot or something. You were doing that.
Well, yes, I did something I would say, but I didn't do that.
Honestly, at this point, I know it wasn't you, but I'm still blaming you because you're weird and you do crazy shit like that.
Do a little dance, make a little love, get ads. Oh, I thought you were going to say get AIDS tonight at first.
AIDS tonight. Oh,
get AIDS tonight.
Damn, they remade that song and it get really dark.
But really quick, though, so yeah, this is the second time this has happened now where people are getting lots of ads when they start the stream. Dude, I don't want that to be the case with the Chat Tech stream.
Yeah, where the fuck are we getting paid?
Yeah, and by the way, like, if I'm going to give you ads, I want to, like, put them out there at a certain point. I don't want them to, like, pre-roll like as soon as you guys click on this shit. So yeah, sorry about that, y'all. We do got YouTube too. You guys can go over there, watch us on there. I know there's no ads playing on there, especially because you guys got ad block. I mean, it's gonna fucking block all those ads anyways.
Fuck YouTube.
How the fuck does YouTube make money anyways? Everyone blocks YouTube fucking
because of the fact that not everybody uses ad block. Some ads can actually not get can actually get through it. YouTube Premium is actually getting them some money. And at the end of the day, there are people that'll support the people no matter what.
Yes, sir.
So they'll take off, yeah. And it's like, yeah, that's good. If you want to support the people you want to support, then by all means, watch the ads to make sure that the people you like get the money they want. But in general, fuck YouTube.
Yeah. And by the way, in general as well, I like how I just fucking screamed. I peeked right there. Like, and by the way, but,
his balls finally dropped. He's now a man.
Yeah. My voice still not deep enough. But no, with ads, do you do that, by the way? Do you like?
Oh, fuck no.
Damn, what an asshole.
You're right.
I'll tell you guys that I completely turn off my ad blocker for YouTube. So if you guys can do that for us, that would just be so absolutely wonderful. And Twitch, I will be honest, Twitch is annoying with their ads because they are always like the longest. It's like 30 seconds to even 3 minutes sometimes. So I do have ad blocker in there, but guess what? It doesn't fucking work. So I had to like do my Twitch Prime thing on certain people.
Well, the thing is, the reason that they can go through it is because ad block. There's only like maybe like 2 or 3 like U block and just ad block in general. And since they've been around for so long, companies are like, well, we know the programming, we know what they detect. We could just build something that doesn't detect it, or they'll do the 5-second ads, where it's like, okay, it's 5 seconds and it's over. We can get past ad block. It doesn't bother people, but we still got our ad stuff out there.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's fucking annoying though. I don't like that stuff at all. But yeah, I just once again I apologize if you guys had to sit through that shit. But
this is very random because I was just looking at clothes and shit. What if Double Toast had made a fucking double toasted dating site and called it Double Ecstasy?
That'd be fucking weird. And by the way, it sounds like a fucking like
That what?
like a pill that would like increase.
Apparently, it's a brand of Trojan condoms.
Yeah, that makes sense. But that's still kind of a weird random thing.
You are
I
so
was
weird.
looking at a hoodie that basically had that on the back, Trojan Double Ecstasy, and I was just like, that hoodie's kind of cute. Maybe I'll get it.
What kind of fucking fucked up clothes shop are you looking at where they have like condoms?
Why are you looking? Yeah, that's why.
It's also $80.
For condoms.
Yeah.
No, for the sweater. I'm pretty sure that there's no condoms that are $8. You can just buy yourself a prostitute and throw the condom away at that point. Like, Jesus Christ.
What?
Hey man, life is a ride.
That made
you just
no
gotta ride
sense. That sentence was random and wild from start to finish.
No, just
You can't buy like an $80 condom. It's called pocket pussy.
yeah, that's true. I mean,
Very expensive one.
Oh, have you seen those ones where basically like it's for people who date online? No, Alan, you're gonna learn something here.
I don't want to learn something.
Wow, someone please clip that.
I have 2 degrees. I'm good.
No, fuck that. Don't try to make yourself sound smart now.
Oh,
Alan
shut the
just
hell
said,
up.
I don't want to learn something.
But do you
I
have
don't
a
wanna learn.
degree in the pussy?
He does not
No.
have a degree in the pussy.
I could easily
Then you
say
need to
that.
learn.
I,
Sit down
I'm
and learn,
good.
boy.
I'm actually pretty embarrassed. I had to say pussy right now. I feel like a fucking idiot.
Pussonomics.
No, I have a problem saying virgina. I can't say vagina. I keep saying like virgina or burgina.
Let me see that
Let
virgina.
me see that virgina. Yes.
Right.
Let me get some of that arse. Can you imagine like Australian people that talk in Terry like, that's a nice arse. I'm just like, ugh. Is that who says it, by the way? Did I just get the wrong fucking country?
What?
The wrong continent. I don't know. The wrong something,
Either
motherfucker.
What are you
Australian or
talking
British.
The
about?
wrong piece of land. Who says arse?
The Irish generally.
Fuck. See, I fucked it up. I got the wrong
Because you're
shit.
stupid.
PUS academic, Zealot says. I don't know why, but I thought he wasn't making reference to this particular fucking bit here. But yeah, PUS academic. That's definitely a class I should. To be honest, here's the thing. I'm gonna just look. I know that sometimes I have little discussions where maybe I make myself look like a fucking psycho. Yeah,
Damn it, Cedric.
Thank you so much, Bob Bob. But no, one thing I want to bring up though, because so I was just like looking into things, and like one of the things that many people will talk about as far as like our current generation of youths that have now become fucking adults is sex education and how you didn't really learn anything from sex. Alan, in order to fix this, how far do you think they should actually go with sex education? Because I have an idea.
Oh God, just tell your idea because this is a loaded question.
They should show masturbation. Not from the students in the room, but I think there should be a video on screen.
Obviously, Nick. Obviously.
Well, you know, I mean, it could be a little strange just to say that out there without a little bit of an explanation. But
I'll go ahead and take this. So basically, it should be the basics: how to put on a condom, how to use certain birth controls, mostly safe sex shit. That masturbation shit, most of you guys are gonna learn in the fucking shower.
No, but here's the thing, though. We should see the other gender masturbate, and the reasoning why is because kids don't know how to. I mean, teenagers. I don't want to say kids because it makes it weird, but like youths do not know how to please the other sex, and I feel like people will grow up.
Wait.
not knowing
Is this
shit.
Well,
education
there's a way to learn that. That's basically talking to each other while you're doing it. Like, you can learn the basics of sex, like, basically, like, yeah, where you're supposed to put it and whatnot, but, like, enjoyment and stuff like that, that's something you're going to have to get from your
Everybody
partner.
in this call right now, you guys remember your first time. You don't want to put yourself out there like you don't know shit. You know, it's embarrassing. It's awkward. But if they get that out of the way in school, then everyone can grow up enjoying
Today we're gonna
themselves.
teach you how to fuck. Like, what are you going for?
Well,
That's
no,
Mr. Professor Jet.
No. No, but like, are you completely against this, Alan? Or are you just kind of like shy? and you don't
Yeah,
wanna
a
agree
little
with me?
bit. I think this is fucking ridiculous. I think that what Jen was saying, it makes sense. Like the safety and making sure that you're making this stuff, teaching them how to be better at it. I don't really think that's necessary because that's something you'll learn over time.
Yeah, and also everyone's different, so that's basically something you would have to go through with your partner.
I just think that someone should know, like, I mean, there should be an etiquette class. I don't know why we don't have etiquette class. There's people that, they grow up their whole lives with these fucking cell phones, not knowing how to talk to somebody in a goddamn line at a grocery store. Like, there should be a class that says, hey, this is how humans interact with other humans.
Oh yeah, we should have a charm class, like charm school.
Fuck yeah. That's why that was so successful, Alan. Thank you. Fucking charm school. Actually, I don't know shit about charm school. I don't know if you're fucking.
I love that show.
Yeah, that's that crazy like show where they get all these girls to do like basic shit and then they just start fighting each other.
No, but like, Chad, like, what do you guys think would be like the line crossy like evolution of sex education?
Besides the ones we already crossed.
I don't. But you know what? That's just subjective, Alan.
Sure. Good luck passing that to the fucking like student board and the families. Jesus Christ.
Well, because imagine this too, like how so many diseases start and so many people get sick, and then they had to put money into the fucking insurance company.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with that has something to do with what Jet's saying with the safety. That has nothing to do with hey, here's how to like have sex better.
Like, I don't know if you know this, but you know that it's not good to have sex with someone's ass and then put it right into the vagina. They don't tell you that. No pornos tell you that. The pornos want to be as gross as they possibly can. You know you can get sick by eating someone's butt out? You can get sick. You can get E. coli in your fucking mouth.
That's why you shower beforehand.
No, but still, what if
you wipe correctly?
What if in mid lick she's like, you don't hear it because she has like a big ass? Like you don't know.
Oh God, please let's move on.
And by the way, this is a generation where everyone's going for thick. Well, thick plus big ass. I mean that's what happens.
We'll do her a service. Grab some baby wipes and wipe.
It just kind of kills the mood, Jet. Do you understand?
Oh God.
But that's a weird thing about this generation that they're so fucking
Shut
stupid.
the fuck up.
No, I hate this generation sometimes, man, because
I hate you right now.
No, because another thing too that like these fucking young people are trying to be like they're trying to like edgelord each other, or, like out edgelord each other. But like another thing that I don't like about this generation is like we will freak out when there's a hair on our food, or don't put my toothbrush by the toilet. There's E. coli around there, but you put your fucking face by someone's ass. Where farts
Nick,
and
did you just want to get
out.
laid in Vegas and it didn't happen? And you're just like letting out your frustrations?
No, it's just I'm sick of this. It's like a cool thing. Like you watch TV, like dude, I watch TV, and there's these fucking shows like on BET, Bravo, all these fucking things. And there's like all this like, man, that guy, he didn't want to eat my ass out, so fuck him, he's a loser. And they name drop him, they make fun of him, and it's like
as they should.
No, as they should not, because maybe he's a little bit normal and then grow up with these fucking psychos nowadays that put your face in your fucking anything. Like, if you're gonna lick someone's ass, you might as well just go lick the side of a fucking toilet bowl. I mean, come on. This is disgusting. What the fuck is going on with people nowadays? This is crazy.
Sounds like some weak sauce to me.
Yep.
And here's the thing, now this chat's gonna look at me like he's a not ass eating son of a bitch, and I'm gonna be made fun of.
That was all you.
And this
you
is you judging me. You're judging me, chat. Fuck you guys. Okay, let me ask you this, Alan.
Oh my God.
If there was a sex education class, if there was an evolution of sex education, do you think they would talk about the goods of doing ass eating at all? You know they wouldn't do that in school. You know they would tell you not to do that.
Yeah, that didn't work in my generation of avoid it at all costs. It's not going to work for the prior generation. The best thing you can do is you just do the safety. You make sure it's like, hey, how to properly clean yourself, how to properly ensure that your partner isn't infected. Hell, my city tried to fucking pass a sex education reform and have that shit start in grade 2. Like, young as fuck. Because it's like, yeah, by the time kids are 15, 16, a good 25% of kids at that point have probably had to have, like, some version of it. So it's like, yeah, you started off young. That way, by the time they're adults, they have a lot of education to actually do it fucking properly, as opposed to, yeah, we're going to do this in, like, the last year of high school, maybe, when some of y'all have already been fucking. So it's like, it's already too late at that point. So just start it early. That way they have as much information as possible.
Yeah, because one thing, too, I will bring up as well, and this goes to, like, when we went to a buffet over there in Vegas, because we just got back from Las Vegas, everybody, if you guys didn't know. But don't worry, it ain't about sex. But
I don't believe you.
Jen and Roxy went to a bathroom, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jet, but like, wasn't there a situation where you saw these girls who probably looked great? Because everybody around there, I mean, you know, everyone looks as beautiful as they can be because it's Vegas and everyone wants to be all like dressed up and whatnot. But these girls walked in there, took a shit or peed, and did not wash their hands.
Oh yeah.
And I'm yeah, like how are we at this point in our fucking lives, man? And the place we went to was a nice place. It's called the Wicked Spoon. You guys can look it up. It's a nice, semi-bougie place.
It was a good thing I was done eating at that point.
Yeah, it was actually $40 for the meal, and they had a lot of good stuff from It was a brunch place, so yeah, they had everything breakfast.
Yeah, and like Roxy saying, they did look mad crusty too. They were touching their hair and shit after like wiping their ass, not even washing their hands and shit. Just like
not even using water.
Yeah, playing with their hair and shit. I'm like, dude. At a certain point, I mean, there's enough movies out there, enough jokes, enough stand-up comedy bits. You should know not to be fucking with your face or hair after you take a shit and not wash your hands. Like, I mean, the fucking E. coli, like, just, it's like, you know, like those weird little, like, daisies where you blow into it and it just goes, psh, and just goes into the air.
Those are dandelions, but sure.
Yeah, sorry, I'm stupid. Thank you, Gardner, for fucking yelling. But the thing is, though, that's how E. coli is, man. You wipe your ass, you walk out, and it's just going into the air. It's just fucking, like, infecting.
So here's the thing. There's a difference with that. When you're eating someone's ass, you're eating the ass of someone you love, and you're hoping that their ass is also clean and wiped. You're basically playing around with their clean anus. When you come out of the bathroom after you just wiped and there's probably fecal matter on your hands and stuff like that, you're touching your hair, you're possibly touching other people, and then touching food, too. I'm not consenting to eating your doo-doo.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I mean, I know, like, it's weird to bring that up back to the sex scene, but I don't even mean this in a sexual way either. It's just, like, it's weird that adults right now, like people that are, 15 to 24, like people that are starting to become adults, etc., they still have this issue where they don't understand, like, the very basics of like, sanitary rules. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of weird that we don't know that. Like, I want to need someone to tell me to wash my hands because I don't want my own shit on my face. So, like, you would think that you would just, wash your hands and then fuck with your face. Like, I don't know. Like, well, has there ever been anything that you feel, and I'll go around and ask everyone, which I'm pretty sure you guys won't out yourself too much on the show, but, like,
nope.
Has there ever been anything that you did that wasn't hygienic, but you didn't know until, like, you heard somebody else talk about it, blah, blah, blah? Was there anything like that?
I used to bite my fingernails.
I still do.
Yeah. That's super unhygienic and just kind of bad for my nails and my teeth and the whole thing. But yeah, like, when did you first know that was a bad thing, by the way, Jet?
I didn't do it in front of people, but basically, like, other people did, and other people were just like, ew, gross. And I'm just like, oh, I guess I'm not supposed to do this. Even though everyone does do it, like, it can be, like, a sort of thing that, like, a lot of anxious people do. Mm-hmm. It's seen as gross because I've seen some people with some dirty fingernails, and the fact that you're biting them and shit, just like, eh.
Yeah. I remember.
But the thing is, if I see you do it in public, I'm not gonna be like that anal about it or whatever.
You're gonna anal about it after this conversation? You're gonna say that?
Yeah.
Mauricio, we're talking about the all the cons and pros of fucking ass eating, as well as overall hygiene rules.
This is what happens when we don't have topics for the show. We let Nick just say whatever the fuck's on his mind.
I'm sorry, but it's something I've been thinking about a lot lately.
We can tell.
Yeah, it's not trending though, Mauricio. He's like, why? It's like, well, it's not trending, so we're not just talking about this shit just because it's something that everyone wants to discuss. But no, one thing that I used to do, I used to not wash my toothbrush. Like, you brush your teeth, you're supposed to rinse out the toothpaste and all the gunk from your teeth or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't know what you call it, but, like, obviously your teeth are not clean when you brush them, and then they become clean, so you would think you'd wash out the toothbrush. When I was a kid, I just put it onto the fucking holder and left it there, and I remember one time my mom saw me do that, and she was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, wash the thing. Like, you're gonna put all that grossness back into your fucking mouth. And I mean, it's not like there was anything visual there, but it's just, it's like a mental thing. Like, yeah, you should probably wash it. But
by the way, change your toothbrushes right now, all of you. I know it's every 6 months, but I know half y'all probably didn't do it. So go throw out your toothbrush and get another one.
I got a new one in Vegas. Well, for Vegas.
I have an electric toothbrush, so I just have to remove the fucking top of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna get Alan's reaction to this because he might yell at me. The toothbrush I have right now is a year and 3 months old.
What?
Yeah.
Go get a new one.
And I don't want to spend the money. My toothbrush is fine. I clean the fucking
toothbrushes are like $5.
Still.
Go get an electric. By the way, everybody, go get an electric toothbrush because you got like 4 or 5 of the heads for like $15, so it's cheaper than most toothbrushes. It being electric actually works a lot better, and they last a lot longer. Go out and get one. I recommend. I've had mine. The base I've had for like almost 2 years. The brushes I got like a pack of 20 for like $15. So I've just been changing them out like every so often.
Captain Laser 85 says, okay, but for a lot of us, basic hygiene was instilled in us as kids by our parents at an early age. Like as a very little child, I did understand why I shouldn't eat dog food. Wait, did the fucking smell not throw you off? Like, ooh,
dude, have you smelled certain animals' food, man? They actually smell pretty good. Like Penelope's bird food smells amazing. I'm never gonna fucking eat it, but it smells awesome.
Oh Jesus. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess dude, the dry dog food is like goldfish. Like you
love goldfish.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of understand Captain Laser's point because there is a couple that, whatever. But for the most part, dog food, especially like the wet one, oh, it's fucking appalling. It's disgusting. But I don't even like human food, so it is what it is. He says that he didn't even know he didn't even know to wash his hands after peeing, but his parents explained why he needed to do that because he had some good parents. But that's the thing, like, I guess the peeing thing, yeah, because it's like it's liquid, so maybe you probably think like, maybe I don't need to. But at a certain point, like, doesn't it like smell? Like there's been times where like you're drinking it but like bad shit all day or like coffee and like there's an odor that comes out when you pee sometimes depending on the food you eat. So that would make me want to wash my hands. But I don't know. I guess I see your point though, man. Because my parents are really like they like to guilt me on shit. That's how I learn most of my lessons. Just like, dude, why the fuck would you do that? It's like, okay, I'm sorry. But Alan, it's your turn. Don't act like you're perfect, motherfucker. What is something that was unhygienic that you did and you had to learn about as an adult to not do?
Not to cut my toenails in front of other people.
Oh, that's not unhygienic. It's just kind of.
No, I just grabbed the fucking toe clippers one time, and I was like, as people were talking, my mom started yelling at me and kicked me out of the room.
Oh shit! Would you have like company over?
No, just family.
Oh man, that's kind of.
So now, anytime I gotta cut my toenails, I go to the fucking bathroom.
Would that piss you off, Jet? Like maybe like at the Las Vegas thing, if Alan just kind of sat there and said, "Hey, I'm gonna cut my fucking toenails," would that piss you off?
If I was eating, yeah.
I guess.
Because toenails, like, if they're really fucking, like, hard toenails, they have a tendency to go flying after you clip them and shit. So, if I got Alan toenail in my food, there would have been a boxing match going.
No, I would have angled it down. I know how that fucking works. And plus, toenails grow really, really slowly. I don't remember the last time I even did it, and they look fine to me.
Yeah, you're just looking at him right now.
Well, of course I'm looking at him. I don't have a constant, like, idea what my feet look like.
Yeah. But no, he really likes feet, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. If you want him to measure stuff, he'll do that for you with the quickness. And he'll tie you up while he does it, too, because he did that to me.
Oh, you know what?
I didn't do that to you.
There was something that I did when I was younger that most people were just like, ew.
Uh-oh. Eat your boogers.
But, basically when I was around 7 to maybe 12, I want to say 12, I think. Mm-hmm. So basically when I had gum and I was done chewing it, I don't know where I learned this from. Probably fucking Willy Wonka or some shit. I would chew gum and basically when I was done with it, I would put them all together into this big fucking gumball and I would just basically hide it in the fridge. So it got to a certain point where I had this giant fucking gumball the size of I want to say a baseball.
That's fucking gross. That's so fucking gross.
then basically I forgot who found it, but they were just like, ew.
Oh,
and then my mom was just like, whose fucking gross ass shit is this? And I was just like, oh, that's mine. That's my gum blob. And she was just like, throw this shit out. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Oh, I did the same thing. But that was because I would eat, when I was a kid, I was addicted to chewing gum. Like, I would buy a pack and I would just have the entire thing. Or my mom would buy those like big like bags where there's like 100 small ones in there. And I would just get like 30 and just keep going until like there was no taste.
Yeah, and your fucking jaw would be so big, like your cheeks.
Oh, it would be so sore that I'd have to like take a break and then put the blob in like plastic wrap and like just leave it aside for my jaw to fucking like get back to normal so that I can continue chewing. It got to the point where I'm like, this is fucking nuts. I'm spending so much fucking money. So I just had to go cold turkey and just stop having chewing gum. And it's like, except for planes and stuff, I don't really have that anymore.
Yeah, Captain Laser says that he vaguely remembers eating the dry dog food, but it was before he was 4. So I'm kind of wondering, Captain, if you can, I'll read it later on if you write in the chat. But like, do you still remember exactly what that taste was like too, like to this day? Because one thing too, I'm thinking about this. I forget how. Like when I was a kid, apparently I loved applesauce. I do not remember how it tastes at all. Like I know that it tastes like apple, obviously, and like you know what I mean. Like I can kind of somewhat talk about it, but like I can't have my jowls like feel the way it felt when it went in my mouth anymore. I don't even know the texture of it anymore. It's fucking crazy.
Baby food.
It's
and
soft, cold.
I used to like pickles when I was younger. Eat them all the time, and now I can't fucking stand them.
So
they're delicious.
one thing I'm kind of weaning myself off of, and this is Jet's fault, but I mean, like, I understand. So like, I'm not.
You eat like 3 foods. What the fuck are you weaning off?
Well, no, because this is like a byproduct of a certain food. So I love me some popcorn. I eat the fuck out of popcorn.
Popping corn.
Mm-hmm. But the
You're
thing
wrong.
is,
Continue.
God, I'm almost in fear of like, because I think this is so normal. If I'm wrong, this chat's gonna whoop my ass. But basically, when you guys, because I have a bad microwave, I think, and like, there's always a lot of leftover seeds. So I'm already eating the popcorn. I'm always like not completely satisfied with my bag of popcorn. So I chomp down to this shit.
The corn?
Yeah, the actual seeds. Like,
The kernels.
The kernels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What? Why?
Well, they're not that bad. Like,
And
and
they're
then
hard as fuck. Here, do you want a bunch of pebbles?
Well, no, I've had like grape nuts before, which are really good for you. And
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
harder
You're the
than this.
crazy motherfucker that eats that shit.
No, I don't
Fucking
eat. I
jaws
don't
of
eat
life
it.
over there.
I do not eat the grape nuts. They're way
I don't
too.
believe you.
Because if you guys,
I just hear you eating fucking popcorn. Then all of a sudden I hear a loud ass crunch,
Yeah,
crunch. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What, you
because grape
sit
nuts
there
are
and fucking
these.
get a hammer just to fucking like.
Well, these apparently are super good for you from Post, by the way. So it's like the same guys who do like cornflakes.
Sorry, what the fuck is in that bowl? Is that supposed to be cream or some shit? Or yogurt?
What is that
I think it's
yogurt?
yogurt. Yeah.
Ugh, that's fucking disgusting. It's like mashed potatoes over there.
But you should see what this does to your body. Like, it's actually really good for you, but it hurts so fucking much. It's like eating rocks. This consistency of popcorn kernels is not so bad. And keep in mind that when you're eating regular popcorn, you still get kind of a slight little hardness, you know, in some handfuls. So, I mean, you've all, man, fuck y'all. Cedric gets he's corny. You must be a corn freak. But
His
yeah,
favorite
man,
band is corn.
I know, it's fucking, I love them.
You
They
are
also delicious.
crazy. Usually, if I get a kernel in my mouth, I will spit it out.
Well, that's actually worse than what I do, because now you're making a mess. Just spitting up.
No, I'm not on the floor.
Well, what the fuck are you gonna spit it at? It's not like you're buying
It's
trash can.
garbage.
So you get up and walk to the trash can every single time you got a fucking kernel in your mouth.
Yeah, usually I also watch what I eat, so it doesn't happen so fucking often.
Ah, fuck you.
You
Anyways,
crazy, crazy motherfucker.
but anybody in chat, like, please, because I'm trying to win one over Jet right now, because she's she was like,
He
what the
wiped his
fuck are you
mouth
doing?
with a bag. What the fuck?
No, because I remember Jet's face. I started doing that, and she was like, "What was that noise?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm eating popcorn." She's like, "Oh, it was like a loud snap." And I did it again. She's like, "What the fuck was that?" And then she's like, "Wait, are you eating the kernel? What the fuck?" Like, she just had this face of like,
Yeah, and this is Jet
No.
who eats cockroaches and bugs on a daily, looking at him like, "What the fuck are you eating?"
was that super? Like, I mean, you never seen anybody else do that, Jet?
No.
Well, fuck. You never did on accident when you're eating a big ass thing of popcorn at the
Oh
movie?
sure,
Yeah, and then you spit
accidentally.
it out.
Oh man, yeah. Well, I'm sorry.
Most of us can't get through. You're like, what the fuck was that? Oh, it's a kernel. Let me toss it to the trash.
You said, how do you watch when you eat pop? Yeah, exactly. Especially in the movie theater when it's all dark and everything, you can't really see.
I'm not blind.
Dude, it's dark. You can't see shit. Especially if it's a dark movie, watching a horror movie or something. You can't
I'm not blind. There's, even though that it's dark in the movie theater, there's still some version of a light. Also, your popcorn is yellow, not like fucking blue, so it's pretty easy to stand out. And then if you're like concerned about what the fuck you're eating, usually movies aren't dark for an entire 2-hour runtime, so you get some light.
see. Oh shit. Chris Lurie says, my first car was a lead singer of Korn's car. What the fuck? True story. Went to his mom's house to buy it. Dude, that's fucking insane, actually. I'm actually, I want to talk to you more about that one of these days. I'm bringing up Korn, because if I do it now, then they're going to get mad at me. Stand with the Korn. I'm already talking about The Walking Dead tonight, too, so they're going to be mad about that shit. But yeah, man, I don't know. But that's one of like the weirdest things I do. You know, I can't help it. I mean, the other weird thing I do, too, is like no sugar in my cereal. But I mean, I don't think that's a big deal. I think
That's not weird. People that put sugar in their cereal are weak.
that's what I'm saying. Because like, if you're eating, well, it's supposed to be a
But,
healthy.
but you're also a crack addict ass eats fucking Cheerios and like bland cereals like Rice Krispies.
Well, so you're eating plain ass kicks then with no sugar.
Yeah.
You're eating Kicks in general?
But
Like,
by the way, Kix has a little bit of sugar in it. Like sometimes you'll take a bite.
they
and
all
like,
have
You don't
sugar in
taste
it.
it?
It's cereal.
No, like legit, like Kix will have like it's kind of weird because Nostalgia Craig actually brought this up because he was talking shit and he's an asshole. But when you eat Kix, you'll get a spoonful that's like, oh, this is really plain, and you get another one and it's completely different. It's like sugary and has like a sweetness to it. and
Well,
you
I don't know which box he got, but I didn't get that box. That shit was absolutely disgusting. Actually, I didn't even buy it. It's one of those like cereals that your parents buy, and they're just like, you're not getting any more cereal until this
Stays
shit's
there
gone.
forever. Yeah.
I'm
Oh
saying
no, I
it's-
plain cereals like eat the regular shit like Captain Crunch or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Those are fucking amazing.
I mean, I won't disagree with that too much. But here's the thing. So we're going to get to topics now.
Thank God.
The reason, by the way, just so you guys know, I just want to like defend myself here. So the whole sex thing was supposed to lead to this next topic. I just want to put that out there. I do think of segues, and they're
Sure
usually
you
bad. So, but I'm just trying to be as transparent as I possibly can. But one of the biggest things, like I would defend The Walking Dead as much as I can. Kevin Keane put out a post yesterday, and you saw that, Alan. I knew you were looking for me, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, because I saw this post. I'm like, no one talks about The Walking Dead anymore. It used to be the most popular show, and I'm like, I'm about to tag Nick in it, and then I see the comments. I'm like, oh, he's already here.
Yep, yeah, and I showed some stats and data.
He has a point. Like it's like it might be trending whenever it goes off, but it's no longer the show people talk about. Like I don't really know what shows people talk about nowadays, but like it's no longer there.
Yeah, and then Zealot saying it's because Rick left. Well, see, I don't think it's actually a bad show. I think the show's writing is way better, but that's subjective, obviously. But as far as being talked about, the thing is, Walking Dead has 2 lifespans every week now because the show actually airs for AMC subscribers way earlier on than the Sunday shows. So it's like 2 days where it's trending. And even though it's not trending a huge amount, it's because it already kind of got its nut out before Sunday. So
It's one of those things where it's still able to bring enough money to keep the show going, obviously, because they haven't canceled it. But yeah, it's no longer, because it's gotten to the point where it's no longer going to hit that trending mark, because there are other shows, like when Watchmen was going, it was trending over everything. I'm pretty sure that new show Hunters is probably trending more just because it's new and it just came out. Like it's popular, it's just not that popular anymore.
And you have to understand that if it has a certain audience with other people too, it's going to be split. I mean, you look at something like I just watched it with Jet right now, but the good place.
Yeah.
That like its new episodes or whatever, its last episodes aired at the same time the BoJack ones did on Netflix. No one, in my opinion, was, or from what I saw, was talking about the Good Place. They were talking about BoJack. Doesn't make Good
they're
Place.
talking about both.
Oh no, actually they were talking about both trending at the same time because both of them had like a really, really good ending because both the shows ended on the same time. But yeah, like again, I watch the CW shows and those shows do crazy shit every fucking week, and there's like 5 different shows a week. But like no one really talks about them because they're not popular enough to give a shit about, but they're popular enough to keep getting the budgets. I mean, they just did their fucking version of Endgame like a couple weeks ago.
Okay, well, shit. Then I guess I'm wrong. But I mean, I'm just saying from what I saw with my own eyes, I was like, oh, it's kind of weird that Good Place will be talked about with Double Toasted fans, but then everywhere else, I just don't see it being brought up a lot. But hey, it's cool, it's whatever. But here's the thing, though. I'm about to give y'all a really big fucking W because I did watch The Walking Dead. I watched it early. You know, I didn't watch it on Sunday because I was so ready to fucking watch. I was like, I can't wait till Sunday. So I went out of my way to watch this fucking thing, and my God, I kind of
was it boring?
So it wasn't boring. It was aggravating as fuck because guess what we had to see again.
I swear to God, we gotta watch another episode of Daryl getting drunk.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was fucking rough. That was a whole rough season when that shit happened. But
season 4, no, it was season 4. Season 4. No, second half of season 4.
Yeah,
second half of season 4 is some of the worst television I've ever seen.
Yeah, but then season 2 Walking Dead exists. So
Go eat a dick.
I'm sorry, but dude, people were they're having picnics, bro, on TV.
I don't give a shit. At least there's something else going on besides watching Daryl and what's her face, Beth the moron, fucking get drunk for like an hour.
I guess, but one thing I really don't want to see when I'm watching these shows, especially a show about zombies and the apocalypse and all this crazy shit going on, I don't want to see sex scenes, especially in a world where I feel, and we'll talk about this more in a bit, but the zombies are walking around, your friends are dying, and yet I need to get a nut. Walking Dead, the newest, I think it was episode 9. Negan and Alpha, who, you know, they barely had a lot of screen time together. I mean, like, they've been on like 4 episodes, and those episodes, Negan makes a couple jokes and flirts with her for like 5 minutes out of a whole hour. Well, for some reason, they wanted to do a situation that happened in the comic books, by the way, which is another thing we're going to talk about because I'm really sick of Marvel and DC doing that shit too. It happened in the comics, we had to do it. Imagine if Endgame did what fucking Thanos did in the comics. That would have been way worse. Like, I'll talk shit about Endgame all day, but my God, Thanos is terrible in those fucking comic books. But I'm looking at this, and to have Alpha and Negan have sex on the show, and in a really, like, silly fucking way. You know, she walks him into this area, he thinks he's dying, he's taking off his clothes, which, by the way, like, he's scared, and Negan is a guy who, you know, I mean, imagine if Freddy Krueger was scared. It looks stupid, it looks silly, it's cartoony. We're supposed to think this guy is a fucking badass. And Alpha, this girl here, who doesn't have any feelings, now she wants to get fucked? Really? Like, these things don't even go to these characters. And the fact that we see, you know, her out completely naked with Negan, we can't say the F word on these shows. We can't show a lot of gore anymore because people are upset about Glenn's death. But yeah, we can see these two fuck. it was really annoying. And when I looked into it, I was like, okay, well, there's so many articles explaining why this happened. It's because it happened in the comic books, which the Walking Dead comics are also very, very bad. I hate these comic books. They're fucking terrible. But it kind of put something in my head, basically. It's like, when it comes to shows like this, I think that what they want to do is, I mean, think of that as a headline. Negan and Alpha have sex. And everyone's going to talk about it. Oh my god, I gotta see this. That must be ridiculous. Or it must be hot. Or it must be whatever. I hate that shit. And I've had Christian Torres make fun of me for saying that I hate sex scenes in movies and shows and whatnot. But I think there is a point here where when we kind of like overemphasize or accentuate these sex scenes and, you know, universes that they shouldn't be there, it really does bring the quality of the show down. Now, Al, I'm going to ask you, man, do you agree with me at all about these sex scenes? Do you feel like these shows, especially post-apocalyptic shows, should not have sex scenes like this?
I don't think any shows or media should have sex scenes at all. Not because I'm opposed to it, but because I don't see the fucking point. Like, your only reason this was ever a thing from back in the day was because porn and sex was not as plentiful in our society as it is now. So it was a way to get this taboo subject matter to the masses as a way to essentiate them. That's why games like Mass Effect got heavy controversy, because there was sex in the game. But when you actually play the game, it's like, nothing risque compared to what was going on other shows at the time. But it was just a way to be like, oh, hey, check this shit out. Like, we're having two characters have sex. We're not allowed to talk about this or showing this or doing whatever, but we do this all the time anyway. So now it's just not a big deal. It's like you're getting this like heavily fucking censored, fake grinding sex, when it's like, you could just watch porn and get the real thing. Like, we don't need to show this shit anymore. Like, sometimes I'm watching a TV show and two characters are having sex. I'm like, okay, I'm just skipping this. Yeah. It's going to be 2.5 minutes of nothing. And then it's like, okay, fine. I get to the actual point of the fucking TV show like that I'm watching.
Yeah, I mean, and, you know, I'm glad that Cedric and a few people are actually agreeing with us, except for Kirk. Let them fuck, hashtag. But, like, you know, video games, too. Like, that one thing that comes to mind right away is Mass Effect. That was one of those things that people were, you know, losing their shit about. Oh, my God, like, I get to fuck.
One of the first times a video game advertised it.
Yeah, but, like,
really? The thing about Mass Effect is the people who, like chose to fuck the humans, they got what they wanted. Not anyone else.
Yeah. But that's, like, you don't feel like that's kind of like a...
Look, there's no way they're going to show Rex fucking. I'm just saying.
That's not what I was talking about. Have you seen Garris's? They don't show shit.
They don't show shit. They show a little bit for...
no, they don't.
No, not for... You're right, for Garrus. Yeah,
how
they
much
don't
do you
want
to see, Chad?
She wants to see some weird alien dick.
I want to see how it works.
Look, they're weird birds.
Oh my goddamn time.
If it makes it... Look, yeah.
Touch. And then in the next game... Absolutely nothing with them basically holding each other. That's bullshit.
Jet, to break it, to break your heart, I read the codex, and Garrus' species is closer to birds than it is anything else. So there's a good chance they might not even have dicks.
Wow.
No, they do.
Birds don't have. Well, we don't know if the what was it? What the fuck? I forget the fucking race. We don't know.
Penises, Alan. Did you not talk to Morton?
No.
See,
Morton is weird and crazy.
You skip a lot of shit in video games.
You're trying to fuck somebody, and guess what? He gives you the info.
Oh, that's in the second game. I fucking hated the second game. Well, I didn't hate the second game, but I didn't like.
Fuck Garrett in the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, because I all these games kind of go together. I mean, well, you know, 2 and 3, I get confused between the two. The first one doesn't.
Shep only got like 3 love interests, and that's bullshit.
You're right, FemShep gets raw because she's the better voice actor. Male Shepherd is the worst voice actor in the entire series.
You get someone who cheats on you, you get the one that fucking dies, then you're stuck with the really boring dude. The only really good one is Garrus.
But, like, let me ask you this,
Which is
though.
good because he's the best love interest in the game.
But do you think it's a little, like it's kind of lightening, like, the heft of whatever the storyline is, or even the game, because, like, it's a game. It's gameplay.
I don't care. I want Turian dick.
Well, they should make a fucking Mass Effect show and have that or have a cutscene with it. Don't make that the gameplay. Like, even when Grand Theft Auto San Andreas did that with the hot coffee fucking thing, it was like, I don't want to do that. And God of War 1, 2, and 3, I don't want to press square to, I'm going to fuck her more.
You could basically skip it.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
easily. Like that was something that Kirk's saying, watching people come together. The entire thing what was happening with that game, which I always laughed my ass off because fucking Fox News made it seem like it was a sex simulator. Basically, for Mass Effect, I mean, when you actually play Mass Effect, the only way to get it is it's the end of the game, and the Mass Effect's one of my favorite fucking games.
I read a lot of fanfics after that shit.
Oh, don't even get fuck. But as far as
a lot of them were actually really bad too, and really out of character. So it's just like, gonna have to put this down. Really bad.
So to go through what the fuck I was talking about is, in order to get the sexy at the end of the game, it's the end of the game, by the way, you have to pick one person. So either one of the humans or the Asari. I think it can go either way. You have to have you have to be nice to them throughout the entire game, do some of their specific missions, and at the very last mission where everyone thinks they're gonna die, that's when it ends up happening. But if you don't actually do it enough, the character's basically kind of sitting on the ground going, shit, I'm probably gonna die. And that's when your love interest walks in, and then you go for it. But there's a situation where the person is just sitting there and nothing happens. I played the game 15 times, so I've seen almost every variation. And you can basically completely fuck up your entire thing where the person just doesn't show up.
Yeah, which I mean, that's cool that games do that too, but it's just like, I mean, like, and this goes even further than the sex thing, but I just think, like, what Fallout 3 does that too, where you can go and, I forgot what that place is called, but you go in there, and if you just accidentally hit one of the guys, the whole town fucking hates you, and then you can't, like, trade with them, you can't do this, you can't spend your bottle caps there. It's like, dude, it's a fucking game. You guys are treating this shit like it's fucking real, and you're ruining my experience. Like, what the fuck?
Well, don't shoot people randomly, and it depends. If you run away from the town and come back, it depends if you murdered somebody. You can always eventually come back or load in the autosave prior to getting to the city. Like, I love Fallout for that kind of shit, where it's like, yeah, people will fuck you up. Like, if you play Elder Scrolls and you hit somebody, put your sword away. They'll generally like, oh, I'm sorry, you know what? Here, pay me if you hit a guard or whatever. But in Fallout, it's like, who gives a shit? Oh, you hit me? Well, that means you're gonna try to kill me, and I'm gonna try to kill you because, hey, guess what? Everyone's killing everybody in this fucking world.
I just think that, here's the thing, because I want to give you, Cedric, and everybody else in the chat and Jet, you know, some respect and saying, like, you know what? I haven't played this. Maybe it makes sense for these characters to get together. Maybe they kind of. You know, you know, people want to see people get together. You know, maybe they've been building this up for fucking 3 games. Okay, whatever. I'll take the L on that, right? But with Negan and Alpha, if I got all their scenes together from this fucking season of television, it'd be like, I swear to God, like 18 minutes. And keep in mind, Negan's a dude who kind of breaks the fourth wall sometimes. Like, man, look at these zombie skins. They're fucking disgusting. Now, jokes. And I love Negan. I love jokes. But Jesus Christ with the fucking jokes. And then he's making out with her while they're having sex. And she has, like, the zombie mask on. And it's like, dude, like...
He's into weird kinks and fetishes. Fuck it. Let him have it. You're in the post-apocalyptic. You have literally nothing to do but farm, watch people die, and then possibly fuck. Like, there's nothing going on in that entire world. So, yeah, screw it. You're going to get laid.
And, like, with God of War, that's another thing I want to talk about, too. With God of War 1, 2, and 3, why would Kratos, after fighting Hydras, 3-headed fucking dragons, and then afterwards, his climax... I gotta get some pussy. It's not even God pussy. Like, they're just.
Don't even get me started on that. Like, I think, hey, whatever. You just defeated a monster you want to fuck. That's what gladiators used to do after they would win in a match. Is they would get as many hookers as they fucking wanted. I'm more pissed off at the fact that the character had lost his wife and family because he was tricked by the gods, but still feels the need to go get laid, go eat a dick.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, it's like the dude's covered in his family's ashes. He doesn't get more brutal than that. But I gotta get pussy though. Like, what the fuck? Are you guys like? Is there different writers? Is there like some kind of pervert back there, like overweight?
Actually, yeah, there are 3 different writers because the writer of the first game never wanted to make a sequel, or he did want to make a sequel, but it was somebody else. But Sony was like, "Wait, no, Kratos is too popular. Let's just keep making the same game."
Yeah, because I will talk shit about.
Dick too.
What happened?
What?
You think Kratos has ashy dick too?
Probably.
Most likely.
So, wouldn't that be shitty for like a girl to go down on him and just get him?
Look, it's
like
the middle. It's the Greek ages. No one gave a fuck about sanitary. It's like,
yeah, pretty much.
Nobody cared.
Yeah, I bet Kratos was clipping his toenails in front of people too. I think.
Oh no, there's no height. There's as long as you just most people didn't really wash themselves that much. As long as you just got the basics, you're fine.
But the biggest thing too is like I'll give respect to this. that remake of God of War, they stuck with the tone that they're having. It's family. Kratos taking care of his son. Blah blah blah. Like I don't even like this game, but I give it way more points.
Oh fuck yeah! I love the fact that God of War, like to me, the new God of War is everything that I wanted from the fucking first God of War. You have a character who's fucking traumatized by the actions of his past. You have somebody that's taking care of a kid, and the kid doesn't end up just dying or doing some stupid shit like they love to do in comics. We actually have a father who doesn't understand how to take care of his own kid, but clearly cares about the kid enough because he's trying to teach him to be better. And they don't sit there, but like, I was worried that the first female we see, I bet she's just going to be some sort of sex trophy for him. No, she ends up being a really interesting, in-depth character that has her legit reasons to actually fucking help you out. And Kratos himself, like he hates her and respects her at the same time. I'm like, okay, this is interesting character development for everybody in this room.
Yeah, but and just to, I'm basically just kind of defending myself in a sense before anyone says I don't like sex scenes. But like another sex scene that I'm fine with is this right here, the Terminator. This was so fucking important. And it took 20 seconds, by the way. For
Trash.
Trash in the sense of the writing and how like I can't believe she fell in love with a guy.
Why do I have the same hairstyle as her?
Oh God.
Don't look at that. I'm like, that looks familiar.
Kyle Reese? Kyle? Oh, God. Dude, there's a part in that fucking movie, too, where she tells him, get up, soldier. It's like, oh, shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. She was really terrible in that first movie. But, you know, there are scenes that will make sense with sex scenes. You know, they did this perfectly. Why do you say it's trash? Just because of the amount of time that the movie allotted for them to get to know each other?
Yeah, that was major trash.
Yeah, but that was like...
I've known you for like 10 hours, and I'm trying to save your life, and whatever. But anyway, let's fuck. And it turns out basically me fucking you's gonna make the most important person like in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you gotta understand, that movie came out in the fucking, like, what, 80s? That was kind of every love story ever. Like, we didn't really get development for love for
I guess the acting was also very terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually don't like that first movie. But
thank you so much. Yes. People are saying, like, oh, this one wasn't even good. Dark Fate wasn't even as good as the first one. I'm like, really? Did you watch the first one recently? That shit's fucking bad.
The first one is okay. The first one has great moments, but that's about it.
Hey, dude, who I respect in the future, your mom's hot as hell.
Yeah, pretty much, right? It's like, John Connor, he's so great. He's my
hero. But John had to know.
Daddy.
Yeah, the thing is, John knew, so he's sending essentially. Like, okay, Salvation is a terrible, terrible movie, and there's not a single good thing about it. But the only thing that's slightly like I kind of like is the fact that John Connor was like really good friends with Kyle Reese. Like they were really good friends, and he spends the majority of that movie trying to save his life, but can't tell anybody, including Kyle Reese, why. And I'm like, okay, I like that. This movie sucks, but I like that.
Yeah, no, and there's certain things I liked about the movie too. But I mean, goddamn, so bad. Especially just because the potential could have had. But yeah, that's all I mean about this whole Walking Dead thing. Because I'm not going to talk about this all day, obviously. But it's just kind of like, yo, for people that are really getting mad about the show and saying, why is it still around? Why is it doing this? Why is it doing that? These situations like this is what makes people think that shit. You know what I mean? Like, they did. You remember when people got mad too with the season 6 ending where Negan first shows up and, like, we don't see what he did when he fucking, like, killed somebody? They did that on Fear the Walking Dead with Morgan. And it's like, dude, you already know people get pissed off with these really bad cliffhangers, and you're still doing that shit too? Like, I gotta tell you, man, I'm really getting close to not being able to defend this shit anymore. It's bad. You know, but Alan, please still watch it so we can talk about it.
I thought that the season 8 was such a slog to get through. Like, I love season 7. I think season 7 is the best season the show ever had. It had really interesting characters. It expanded the world. It had it led up to an incredibly great action scene, and it used a character death really, really well and interesting. And season 8 is like, it's just this long action scene, and I'm like, I just stopped caring halfway through. I got to the point where I'm like, I'm just gonna do my homework while I watch this fucking show because I'm so bored. And it was just doing the typical shit The Walking Dead does of having entire episodes that don't fucking matter, having things be ridiculously dark for no fucking reason. The show loves killing doctors, for fuck's sake. And it's like, I'm just like, I got to the end of season 8. I'm like, yo, I don't feel like watching this anymore. When Rick's last episode, which we don't even know what the fuck's happening with that.
Yeah.
And it's like, why am I going to watch season 9 and season 10? I have so many other better shows to watch that I'm just going to do. I'm like, I don't need to watch the show anymore. I have other shit to watch.
Yeah. But and by the way, thank you, Gene Jeter. Yeah, man. There's so many things that I care a lot about. I mean, Walking Dead, people are just like, they don't even want to talk about it because it just makes a certain audience come up and say, man, fuck you. I hate this show. Fuck you, we're talking about it. So, yeah, it is what it is. But, yeah, we'll see what happens with the next episode. I heard that some really serious shit's gonna happen in episode 2 or well episode 10. So I'll talk about that.
He
probably
just ends up fucking her twice.
yeah, probably doggy style. Oh shit!
It's just gonna be some situation where someone's at gunpoint or whatever the fuck because of some zombie shit. Like it's like rinse and repeat, man. I'm sure I can't wait for them to blow up another place. I think they actually kept this place for a couple of years, which is hey, they finally broke one formula. But it's just like, who gives a shit anymore?
Yeah, by the way, they did blow some more shit up.
Of course they fucking did. No, that was my biggest problem till they went to Alexandria. And I'm like, I think there's like up to season 6. And I'm like, every single Walking Dead season is the same. They go to this one fucking area, they establish it, they think they're going to do fine, then they just blow it up and find a new one. They did that for like 4 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
Alan, what wig did you wear?
What?
Someone said that girl is Alan in the wig. Which, by the way, that girl... She actually has a pretty face, but she's overweight.
No, basically, Kirk's sex tape.
Oh, no, I did not want to watch fucking Kirk's sex tape. No.
What are you on?
So I'll just say, if the girl is fine, I'll watch it. It's like, check out
If the
Alan.
girl is fine, I'll watch it. The sex tape or Walking Dead?
To be honest, like, I would watch a sex tape with you, Alan.
And by the way, when have we been okay with objectifying? Like, when did the full circle come back to us objectifying women and watching a TV show just as long as the main character is pretty? When did that become okay?
Well, honestly, I feel that way about men too. I don't want to see, dude. I was watching Neighbors, and there's a scene where Seth Rogen is just pounding the fuck out of his girlfriend, and that was horrible. I stopped eating.
That's because you're afraid of sex scenes. We already know where you're from.
But like, come on, why was that necessary too?
I mean, I can't watch certain pornos if like it looks like the dude has like a dirty crotch, or basically a girl has a dirty pussy or a dirty ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fucking ridiculous. You can just smell it from the fucking video. And by the way, too, porn, please stop with the camera behind the balls. No, not even girls want to see that, dude. The fuck is wrong with you, pervert? I can just imagine the guy like just behind him, like, yes.
Did you just call a porn camera director a pervert?
Yes, because dude, imagine that. Imagine
that's literally his job is to get.
No, not from that scene. No, because imagine this too. Imagine people are like having a threesome, and then the third guy just walks behind you, right behind your ass. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, even in the dynamic of having sex together, you should not be behind my balls and ass. Like,
You're
that's just
so
weird.
weird.
No, there's like certain rules. Like,
no, there isn't.
Oh God, Kirk, that's a horrible picture.
What a weird fucking conversation. We just got full circle.
That fucking, his eyes are just looking directly at me. So is that ass. Oh fucking
Lord.
Anyways, we'll talk about. I mean, just to stay on the topic of horror movies and whatnot. I want to talk about this really quick. So apparently, there's gonna be a Jason movie, which I've heard from certain people. Actually, no, do not do that. You haven't watched the remake.
Oh, you're right. I have watched the remake. Pass.
God damn it. Look, Curl saying niggas picking a weird hill to die on right now. Man, I've died on plenty of fucked up hills today.
Welcome to the chat attack.
Yeah, I know I'm looking stupid, but I'll try to come back.
You picked the weird. I feel like you just have like this Rolodex of weird ass conversations.
That
you're like, I'm gonna die at any one of these.
I got Rolodex.
Oh God.
I love that. I love it.
Let's just move on to something that's worse to talk about. Fucking Jason.
No, Jason Voorhees. Look. So just to put this out there, especially if Gary comes in here.
Or discount Michael Myers, as I'm gonna start calling him.
Yeah. Well, no, don't do that. Because Jet still
discount Michael Myers.
Jet keeps calling the Freddy Krueger movies Friday the 13th for some reason. Like, she gets confused. So it's like, if you bring in Michael Myers, we're all gonna be confused. But
yeah, don't confuse the Freddy movies with good ones.
Oh no shit though.
Isn't that the one with the leprechaun?
No,
that's actually just called Leprechaun. I've not seen those movies.
Oh, you're watching that.
You're talking about Child's Play.
Oh, fucking damn it! No.
Fuck that movie.
Here's the biggest thing though, man. So to let you all know, if you guys don't like us talking shit about Jason, you might want to pass on and watch something else right now. But we do not like these movies at all. All fucking 20,000 of them. Except
there's 11.
Yeah, there's 11. God, I can't believe that's actually the real number. That's a lot of.
And all of them were really fucking bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some worse than others. The remake was not good.
Like, there's fucking what is it? Yeah, A Nightmare on fucking Camp Crystal Lake.
What?
What?
Whatever the fucking one with the dude with the knife is. Oh wait, that's fucking all of them.
Wait, I was about to say that's all of them. Which specific?
Well, which one is one with Michael Myers or Mike Myers? You know, Austin Powers.
Is that Halloween?
Jason's Friday 13th. Michael
Oh
Myers.
yeah, Halloween.
Yeah.
At least I enjoyed some Halloween movies.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy one fucking Friday the 13th movie.
I'm with Jet on this one because when I went to do for people that don't know, for some fucking reason I decided to daunt on myself when we watched the first Halloween in the after hours. I actually really enjoyed it. It was actually a really well paced horror movie, and unbeknownst to basically everybody, I decided to watch all of them up until the second Rob Zombie one, just to review it all in one hypercut. And it was awesome. We did the review. You can go check it out. I'll link you guys to it. I can't remember which review it was. But I ended up doing that afterwards. I was like, well, fuck it. Which one do you guys want me to go through next? And I ended up going through Jason. And I fucking hated every single one. The only one that I didn't hate was Jason Doesn't Go to Hell, because they just stole the plot of a Halloween movie. So it ended up having actually a plot for the first time, even though it was stupid as fuck. It just had moments I'm like, oh, I actually kind of like this. There's actually moments that I enjoyed. But every Jason movie fucking sucks. It is just this ridiculous, like, let's just watch people get killed in kind of ridiculous ways.
Well, they don't even show you everything, too. That's another thing. Like, Paramount, had a lot to do with the censoring of some of these things. So the best shit that you're going to see, you would have to buy the DVD for and watch the
Which one was the one that we watched that basically they took out literally every single kill in there, and it's really hard to find the actual kills?
Yeah,
Which
part
one?
7. Part 7, the New Blood, or New Breed.
That one was so fucking boring. I was just like, damn, this one ain't got no good kills in it.
And the worst
just
part
like,
about it is that...
there is good kills. It's just really fucking hard to find them.
And the worst part about that is that movie brings in fantasticalness from you would see in a Marvel movie. Like, they have this character who can just, like, fuck around with the wind. Like, she's literally like a Full Metal Alchemist type of
was that
person.
the one where they fucking had the people with powers for no fucking reason?
Yeah.
They never brought that up again?
Yeah.
That was stupid as hell.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, you look at something like this, and like what Solid just said, like, yeah, it's about the kills, and I think that there's
and a lot of the kills suck.
That's subjective. I think so, especially this right here, Jason X. This has
Jason X
most
is the
amazing
worst
kills.
one.
That's
not the
incredible.
worst one, but
I love that movie. You're wrong about that. But here's the thing. So they're going to bring back Jason in 2016, and I even heard from the grapevines of people that actually are in our chat, typically, that there's a whole movie fucking straight up made that's going to be coming out soon. Like, it's already, like, I think Blumhouse is
did you say that he fucking made?
No, that it's fucking made. Like, it's.
Oh, I thought you said like fucking Jason basically made a whole movie or some shit. Like,
it's a POV from Jason's perspective.
Yeah, no, dude. So here's the thing.
Fucking
that was
shaky
that would
cameras
be
with
either
fucking
incredible
Jason killing
or
people and
boring.
shit.
No, but here's the thing. So there was a concept that came out around 2014 that Blumhouse, one of the first things they're going to do, Jason was actually going to be in a Paranormal Activity type movie where it's a security camera that Jason has, or no, that the victims have, and Jason chases them throughout the house, kind of like Halloween Resurrection. And
the worst Halloween?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good concept. It was different.
No, it is the worst Halloween movie.
Fuck. People
It
really don't
starts
like
off-
horror movies, y'all.
No, I'm sorry. I think that fucking H2O is my favorite Halloween. Straight up. The reason I think Resurrection is the worst one is because it's the worst retcon I've ever seen in a movie ever. Where you think the end of it, she finally kills, like the end of 7, H2O, she finally kills Mike Myers. After she, like, fights him, and like he's in the fucking ambulance. She's like, no, I know this motherfucker. He keeps coming back. So she fucking steals the ambulance just to finally finish him off after she already beat him, and like takes his head off with a fucking axe. And you're like, man, he's finally dead. And then they do fucking Resurrection, and apparently Mike somehow managed to get somebody that's roughly the same height as him, get the mask and put him in the same outfit because apparently he just carries extra on him. And then put him in the cab or some stupid shit. I was like, yo, this is fucking terrible. And then she just fucking dies. Because I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then just turns into this fucking, like, I want to be Scream fucking movie with just garbage-ass characters. I'm like, oh my god, this is the fucking worst one.
But it's the most body countest film of them all.
Who cares? It sucks.
But that's the genre it's in, man. It's a body count movie.
It's a genre that's in and a genre that I don't want to say it started, but the fact that Jason and Halloween are essentially the same fucking movies, but just at different times of the fucking year, it ends up getting to a point where it's like you just became everything that the other guys did to try to copy you. You became every other fucking horror movie, and with garbage characters that get no development. A garbage villain that's like, why the fuck are you killing people now? Because they're just chilling at your house? Like, there's no reason you should be
don't
killing
want them
them.
to fucking. Well, I mean, Don't Breathe has that concept, like literally exactly.
Yeah,
how
but
you
that's
said it.
different though. That's a human who's blind and is the hero of that movie.
Okay, well, essentially, people, what happened
He
was...
is the hero. How's he not the hero? 3 kids break into his house and he's defending himself.
Yeah, but then at the end, doesn't he, like, rape her and shit? And, like, it gets
I didn't see the ending. I just saw the concept.
Yeah, so it gets weird, y'all. Which, by the way, just the idea, like, I don't know why rape always has to be, like, it's almost like the low-hanging fruit that these horror movies had to do. Like, Hills Have Eyes had that, too. It's like, not only are we mutants, like, we gotta kill people and almost kill a baby, but we gotta fuck her, too. It's like, well, hey, hold on. Why do you gotta go there? Like, and then the other guy sucking the mom's titty milk and shit was fucked up. It was really, really awful scene, but very effective because horror movies are disturbing. But here's
what horror movie basically just really wanted to just be gross?
What?
The Human Centipede, too.
Oh, fuck
yeah.
yeah.
That was some fucking
I will
shit.
fight the director of that movie.
Yeah, and then the second one's just a masturbation, like, ooh, it's so crazy, huh, guys? Like, and it was just like a movie.
Isn't the second one supposed to be? Is it the second one or the third one where it's like a fan of the Human Centipede makes another Human Centipede?
Yeah, and it's meta, but then at the same time, it's also its own story. But then it's retcon in the third one because the third one's a sequel to the first one. So technically, the third one's part 2. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I refuse to watch those movies.
Really a bad era for fucking movies in general, but especially horror movies. We're
Oh
still
yeah,
not out of
Scream
it.
ruined. Scream was like the most popular movie that just completely ruined the genre because there was a solid like years where everyone's trying to be like Scream because Scream was just a new concept. No one's ever done a meta horror movie. So what did everyone try to do? A meta horror movie.
Yeah, I like how Kirk's like, this is my yard, I'm the big dot that runs this yard, and then Solid is saying, get that Roman Reigns bullshit the fuck out of here. Yeah, no, I agree with Solidus, by the way, fuck Roman Reigns, I don't want to hear that goddamn shit, Kirk, motherfucker. But here's the thing, though, 2016, they were going to actually come out with this movie. 2014 is the one that they were going to, like the whole concept was swirling around Hollywood and whatnot, that they were going to have a hidden camera movie, and that was just scrapped, and they just did a typical Friday the 13th movie for 2016. It didn't come out though. I don't really know the reasons why, but obviously Paramount.
There's a lot of rights and there's a lot of issues with the who owns the rights because I think what it was is the original creator owns Friday the 13th, but doesn't own the name Jason Voorhees. So I think what it is the situation where they just can't legally release the movie. But I think something changed recently, so it's like they're fighting to try to make those movies. That's why there hasn't been one since the remake because there's so much. Same thing with Freddy. There's so many different people own the rights.
Wes Craven's estate, by the way. Like he owns it. The people that are part of Wes Craven's family owns it. But the thing is, with Wes Craven dead, I don't know if they even have the ability to like release the rights in the way that they need to release the rights for that movie to be made. But yet they're still making it anyways under a different name. It's fucking crazy. But the thing with Jason is, and this happened with the movie that you like, with Jason Goes to Hell, where New Line Cinema put that out. And they were just like, hey, since we're New Line Cinema, we're going to be as gory as we can. I mean, you look at Jason's face, he's all bloody. He's eating people's fucking hearts and brains.
Yeah, body jumping, which is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, but they were doing that, and it was like, okay, well, New Line Cinema can do something with this, and they make one movie, and then it's blap because the franchise was tired out. It was too much. We've seen too much of all these characters. We need to put an end to this shit. So then we get this situation where when the remake comes out, it was good, had good reviews, did well in the box office and everything, but they just didn't continue the series. So I was like hyped to hear that it was going to be made in 2016. It didn't happen, and now it's being talked about being made again now. But I don't know why. I think they kind of did this on purpose to get everybody talking about this again. But I guess some footage leaked of the movie or some pictures and whatnot, and we actually have a look. A good old Jason Voorhees himself in the 2016 movie. Gotta tell you, what is the deal?
What the fuck kind of Megamind shit am I looking at?
Welcome to Count Crystal Lake. I'm gonna say, I like the design, believe it or not. It looks silly. He looks all fucked up and everything. He's
It
always
looks like
fucked up.
Elmer Fudd on crack.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the thing is when I'm looking at this, my biggest issue is why do they always have to unmask Jason in these fucking movies?
Because someone in a mask always wants to be unmasked. Darth Vader was the same way.
Yeah, which, by the way, cut the balls off that character by doing that. And Kylo Ren, he was great. And then Force Awakens. In the beginning, we did that Negan-ish fucking like, yo, everyone get on your fucking knees. Like, we're about to, me and what do you call them? Stormtroopers, we're going to fuck y'all up. And then we get him humanized. And by the time we get to Rise of Skywalker, it's like, dude, fuck this guy. Like, he's in love now, and he's fighting between the good and the bad. It's like, dude, be a villain, for fuck's sake. So I don't like when they do that, but more so than anything, I feel like if you're going to reinvent this character, bring him back, do we have to bring back this fucking mask? And look how bad this mask looks.
Actually, that mask is fine. It just shows that a lot of time's gone by. and it's a really fucked up old mask. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll fucking get hit by lightning or some stupid shit, and it'll get a brand new pristine mask. But yeah, it's supposed to show that some time has passed from the character. It's a really fucked up, like distressed looking mask. It's actually probably better design than I've seen for most of them.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts on the look of that particular Jason? Because obviously we see the mask there. You can just imagine it being on his body and whatnot. Do you have a certain But do you look at these horror movie characters and say, yo, I like that design? Or are you just kind of like, dude, I don't give a fuck anyways. I don't praise these characters because they're bad people. I mean, what are your thoughts on this kind of stuff?
And I think most horror movie designs are not really that good anyway, because it's like, it's like, oh, Mike Myers, what's he? He's just a dude in like a fucking mechanic's outfit. Like, what the fuck is, what the hell is Freddy wearing? Some weird T-shirt. I'm like, and then Jason, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. It's just they're basic. Like, I watched the movies to see how the characters are gonna escape or survive or fight back, but I don't watch it because they have cool designs.
Okay, because like for me, when I grew up, I was really enjoying just their looks because it reminds me of how like certain wrestlers, how they look, or certain action characters, like Small Soldiers. I like all the monster designs from the Gorons. I love the way they look. I don't even know if they're called that. I don't know. I fucked.
No, because that's a Legend of Zelda character.
No, but they go to Gorgon, but they're called something else. Fuck. Man, somebody in the chat, tell me what Archer's fucking group was called in the Small Soldiers movies. But Jed, I'm gonna ask you: has there ever been a horror movie character villain that had a certain look that you really liked? I mean, even though they're supposed to be gross and everything, did something ever like stand out to you in a positive sense?
I honestly don't think so. They all look pretty goofy. I'm really trying hard to think.
Gorgonites, Kirk, thank you very much. Yeah, the Gorgonites.
Nothing's popping in my head at the moment.
Because
if you mean like famous like monsters and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then no.
One person I really liked, and I know it's not popular to say this anymore because of the director. By the way, just me saying it, Alan, who am I about to bring up?
Oh, I know, the Jeepers Creepers director.
Jeepers Creepers. I love that fucking look a lot. It's horrifying as fuck. It looks very comic booky, so the nerds can kind of get their whole thing. But also too, the work that this actor had to do to have all this shit on. I mean, it was heavy as fuck apparently, and the fact they had to wear it all the time and be in makeup for so long, it just kind of gets me a huge respect for just what goes into being this fucking creepy monster. Because if you're Michael Myers,
he was so fucking horny. Why is this monster so fucking horny?
Because the director was.
Yeah.
But like the sniffing people, the licking of the tongue and pulling out the fucking head. I mean, there's moments like that where just the silhouettes. Like there's a part where he, grabs onto this cop's fucking tongue and squeezes it out, and he's in this area where like the light's shining a certain way, and it looks so iconic, but still so fucking gross. And you think like, okay, you can do something like this where he's very shadowy, you can barely see him. I mean, there's enough reasons for him to be shadowy.
Every one of these guys' faces looks fucking stupid. Like, I don't know. Oh my god, these designs look terrible. Like, this guy looks like he's drunk. You have some weird fucking like, I don't know what the fuck. I'm looking at the other three images. This looks terrible.
Honestly, he looks like a pervert.
I mean, Jeepers Creepers, so yeah.
But you don't like this right here. You don't like the things coming out on the sides of the heads and whatnot.
No, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
I don't know, man. I thought it looks cool, but I don't know. Like,
nope.
He's need to find a metal version of the Jeepers Creepers song. Oh yeah, Jeepers Creepers. Fucking, that would be ridiculous. I don't know if that actually exists.
Oh,
man.
You know what? I did like the design of Pumpkinhead.
Thank you. Oh, I was about to bring that up earlier too. I'm glad you said it before I did. Pumpkinhead is such a great fucking design. This Pumpkinhead's design, I think, is the whole purpose why this movie is looked upon.
And the monsters from what was that one called? Attack the Block.
I've never seen Attack the Block. That's with John Boyega, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But look how like the scale. Look how fucking big this dude is. Now, granted, when you watch the movie, there's scenes where he's smaller than he should be and bigger than he should be, so they kind of fucked that up a little bit. But look at that, man. Like, it doesn't get more gothic or comic booky than that. Like, I can imagine this fucking dude fighting the Avengers or something. Like, you know what I mean? What are you feeling about this particular design,
What?
Alan?
The alien?
Yeah, this fucking dude, the monster. Whoa, what the fuck?
And the show's over. Okay. That looks just like a fucking alien, but standing up, man.
Well, the tail, yeah. I think the guy who actually did Alien worked on this guy. Believe it or not.
Oh, I keep forgetting his fucking name. I don't know. To me, it's like monster designs to me are just never really that interesting. Because it's just like, oh, make them gross and claws and stuff like that. At the end of the day, just more of just costume designs for heroes or villains or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how I've always kind of looked at it. Because like monster designs, I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit. All you're gonna do is just kind of hide him for 2/3 of the fucking movie, and then he'll just come out this snarling thing and then instantly die. Give me somebody that's gonna be in full costume. One of the things that pissed me off about the Netflix shows is they never want to put the characters in costumes. Like fucking Daredevil has a cool ass costume with the red thing. The entirety of season 3, he's not in it. Luke Cage looks awesome at the fucking when they do the one time where he's in the yellow outfit, like he has his yellow shirt. I mean, I get the character gets shot every 2 fucking seconds, so he can't keep it for long. But I think that looks fucking cool. Punisher never gets his fucking outfit except for like once or twice. I hate that shit. So I was like, give me a cool superhero outfit that you're gonna wear more than once. Make it practical so you can have a cool fight scene in it.
Yeah, what do you think about this? Robert Pattinson's costume.
That looks.
We don't
fucking...
like. Damn.
Okay, his eyes. Look, I think the reason they're doing his eyes is because they want to get the animated show comic like the white eyes because you can't really do it any other way. They tried to in the Dark Knight and it looked okay, but they want to get like the iconic look of the character. I think he looks really weird, but then again, this is test footage. You don't know what it's gonna look like when they do the After Effect footage and stuff like that. Like, I don't really know what to expect until I actually see the character moving. But I don't know. I don't like Matt Reeves. I'm the only person on earth that does. I don't think Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is a good movie. I think it's the only reason. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this straight up. I think the only reason people like that movie is because of the CGI and the apes. That if that was Michael Bay directed that fucking movie, not only would be the same sequence, people would hate it.
Okay, well, I agree with that because people just want to hate on Michael Bay shit. And I like Michael Bay.
Like that stupid sequence in which all the fucking apes are attacking the city and they're like dual wielding fucking like machine guns and shit, even though they wouldn't be able to properly hold that shit while they're on horses, and then somehow manage to drive an APC through the wall. I'm like, okay, you guys are fuck. This is a comedy. Like this is a comedy I am watching. Oh wait, people like this movie? Like fuck off. Fuck right off.
Oh well, fuck you. That's all I gotta say to that. God damn it. But I like how people change certain costumes. Like for instance, the reason I'm gonna bring this particular thing up, not just how about Freddy Krueger, but I love how this particular character, what they did in the 7th movie. It's 7 fucking movies at this point, and they modernized for the time, obviously. But like the trench coat thing, the difference of the hair, the way it's like almost like a turtleneck type.
Yeah,
thing.
and his pedophile attire.
Well, I mean, yeah. He looks like a newspaper salesman. It's gonna also fuck your kids. Or
well, because they updated it. He's no longer wearing like you can actually tell there's different colors on the shirt. Like I didn't even know there was really like I thought it was like oh he's wearing brown and a lighter shade of brown. It's like no that's red and green. I'm like really is it? At least with the new outfit they made everything kind of stand out. Like it's a new outfit. It's not like this outfit's been around for 40 years.
And this dude has armor within his like. I mean, I'm not saying that the character, but like Robert Englund who's playing him. They put stuff to make him look bulkier, like he's been working out. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the old Freddy, it's like, oh, I'll be his fucking ass, blah, blah, blah. Like, who gives a shit? But that's something I really liked about, God just saying, wait, Planet of the Apes was a cartoon, bitch, you like John Wick? Like,
okay, good. You're talking about cool designs? I wasn't going to bring this up, but yeah, John fucking Wick. And pick any given scene in any given movie. Everybody in that movie looks fucking awesome. Everyone in that movie has a cool outfit. John Wick in a fucking business suit doing the crazy shit. Like, he always looks cool no matter what he's fucking doing, and I fucking love that. Like, every time you fucking have to see some of these action movies, like, oh, let's give them loose-fitting clothing, or give them, like we're watching Ip Man, for instance. He's always having to wear some, like, weird robe. Like, no, John Wick's in a fucking 3-piece suit. I think some of the shit they did with the suit is a bit too cartoonish, where it's, like, 100% bulletproof. And I'm like, that's a bit too much because it takes some of the urgency out of the character. But I still think he looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, though, at a certain point, I mean, look at his face and everything. He's all cut up, but yet the suit still looks pretty, though.
Well, the suit's essentially indestructible. Basically, there's 0 bullet penetration. So he's basically walking around in his superpowered, not superpowered suit, but like he's walking around in a suit that bullets can't get through. Now, they still hurt, but again, it's a movie. Pain means fucking nothing to people. But it's like,
exactly,
he'll still get, like, you'll see, like, he's bleeding throughout most of John Wick too. Like, he has, like, he'll lift the suit and you'll see blood. Like he's still getting hurt. It's gonna take a lot more to take him down. But because because headshots are a Hollywood thing, most people don't aim for the head, they'll aim for the body. So he's generally fine throughout most scenes. But that's kind of what bothers me about John Wick 2 is there's not as much urgency as in John Wick 1.
Yeah, they designed the apes from the group, not just went to Men's Warehouse. Yeah, exactly. That's
Okay,
the thing. They're putting some work into it.
yeah. Okay, I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. Planet of the Apes. Andy Serkis is playing 2/3 of the fucking cast, but it's a fucking cartoon as far as what they're doing. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. Pretty visuals aren't gonna make me watch your fucking movie. I'm not watching the third one because even the people that like the fucking Planet of the Apes say the third one's not that good. So why the fuck am I gonna watch it? It's just a boring political movie in which you have carbon copy characters that are doing the fucking basic ass shit in the movie. That it's like, oh, hey, that guy, I bet he's the asshole. I bet he's gonna fuck everything up for everybody. He does it 20 seconds fucking later. It's this basic fucking movie that's just selling itself on the fact that it has realistic apes. That's the only thing that movie has.
Yeah,
It tries to be political. What are you talking about? The entire thing is about somebody wanting to usurp the fucking king because he wants to destroy the humans. Did you not watch the movie, Ganja?
Look, I got nothing to say here.
I don't know why he's arguing John Wick and Planet of the Apes right now.
Well, what you did in Salt Planet is like, oh,
watch me, they fucking suck.
See, that's why you can't.
I'll fight every goddamn one of you. I have a sword.
No, there's enough shit going on with John Wick that like you'll lose that fight, brother.
Yeah, but it's like they're completely different fucking movies. Like, bring up King Kong, Skull Island, or some shit if you want to talk about it. Like, I'm talking. Like, again, I'm not saying John Wick is this epitome of great filmmaking. It's just a fun movie with good action scenes. People are talking about fucking Planet of the Apes like it's a fucking Oscar award-winning movie.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think it is. But I mean, look. Anyways,
okay, good. They're both cartoons. They're both cartoons. If you want to sit there and say Planet of the Apes is a fucking cartoon because of how ridiculous the shit is in there, then hey, we can agree on it. But don't sit there and tell me the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, or whatever the second one's called, is a fucking good, thought-provoking movie because it really isn't.
Yeah, well, anyways, it does provoke tons of thoughts. But here's the thing, though. I'm looking at this, too, and this is the last thing I'm going to bring up really quick, too. You're still going to fight him on it?
I'll fight every goddamn person. Sitting there telling me, oh, it's a technical masterpiece. I don't give a shit. So was 1917. That was still boring as fuck.
So people are, if you guys are still in the chat, because I know people are probably watching Double Toast right now, which they've been on for quite a bit, but I do want to bring up this one last thing, and hopefully you guys don't hate me for it. But everyone talks shit about Terminator Genesis quite a bit. But I got to tell you, that Terminator 2, there's certain things that didn't age so well, and I still love the movie. It's my favorite movie of all time. But things that didn't age so well, which is Robert Patrick's liquid metal fucking character, right? Didn't dig it. Over here, though, I think they did this very, very well in Terminator Genesis. I think everything they did with this particular character, with the liquid metal stuff, the fact that it was like a hard liquid metal, the fact that we get stuck on things, the way that acid breaks them down, I thought that was super fucking cool. That first half of that movie, first quarter of that movie, is really, really good. No, you didn't like it. You don't like the way they modernized that particular character.
I think that's like you made the entirety of T2 this thing that's unstoppable to get beaten in 20 minutes.
Well, you wouldn't expect that. You're probably thinking like the whole movie's going to be about him, and then they're just like, hey, you know what? No, we're not that movie. We're going to...
No, that's the same thing I hate about Endgame, in which the character that has been terrorizing everybody for the last movie gets killed off randomly in the first 5 minutes.
But see, this character gets killed off after a big fight. Thanos gets killed off because he's laying down saying, oh...
They both suck.
Oh, shit. Like Thanos is lethargic.
They're both bad, Nick. This isn't a winning discussion. I don't hate Genesis as much as everyone else does. I don't think it's a good movie. It's definitely not the worst Terminator movie.
Yeah, and I do want to show this really quick, y'all, because I don't know if you guys. I guess this is a good picture to show it, but over here, your boy Thanos. He is literally just chilling when you first see him in the movie. I never seen such a lethargic.
Dude, it is so fucking fun. Dude, I'm sorry, but like, okay, Endgame is not a good movie. There's so many problems with the movie, but the fact that he goes like, "What are you gonna do? I will wait here." I'm like, what?
Yeah, like holy shit! I'm so glad.
And then it's like even Thor goes out, and then Captain America's like, "What is he doing?" I think he's just sitting there. I'm like, so.
It's so bad.
I'm like, you have the ability to time travel. To any point, by the way, so you decide to attack them when they're strongest instead of, I don't know, when they're children. Like, have you watched Terminator? Just go attack the fucking parents.
And then it doesn't help that they bring
go to the 80s and take over the Earth and make sure you kill the entire planet then. That way nobody fights you in the future. Oh, wait, no, time travel. Oh, fuck that movie.
Yeah, bad.
They make up their own stupid rules and then don't follow. Oh, fuck that movie.
Yeah, how do you not follow your own fucking rules, dog? How do you not follow your own rules?
Oh, God. And then he's just like sitting there just to have the cool line of you could not live with your own failures, so came back to me. Thanos, you don't know them. You don't know them. You have no idea who they are. What failure? Did you fucking watch Infinity War on your way from the future or the past? Whatever the fuck. Where did you come from?
Yeah. I don't know that movie.
Who are you?
I will not insult people more by talking more shit, but I just gotta say
Watch
it's
me!
just ridiculous, y'all.
Captain America had the worst ending in the entire movie.
Yeah, that too. Which, by the way, I didn't even see originally because I was so mad. By the way, I've seen lots of bullshit the last few years. I had to walk out of the movie. Like, I had to walk out. Fuck that movie. But anyways, no. So I guess that's our talk about fucking designs. Like,
Yep.
yeah. And by the way, Thanos had a good design. We'll say that he had a really.
Oh yeah, no, Thanos' design in the armor is fucking awesome. I'm glad we have to watch it in Endgame, but yeah, or Zack Snyder's Endgame because the entire fucking last action scene was great. But yeah, no, the fucking outfit was cool as shit. He got to use his fucking sword. I was like, yeah, I really fucking like that. Captain America's design was always cool. Iron Man always looks cool. Thor even looked awesome, like his kind of Odin's son with the big beard and everything, and like his two weapons. I'm like, that looked really fucking cool too. Ant-Man looked fucking awesome. Hulk looked fucking stupid. You know, like I liked a lot of the designs. Again, I love superhero designs. That's my favorite thing. Like I grew up with comics, so like seeing how Spider-Man has never had a good MCU look really bothered me because I think he has one of the most iconic fucking like outfits in the entire like the superhero universe. Like just in general, Marvel and DC, he's the most recognizable superhero.
Yeah, and to that point too, you know, they did his costume so well in the video game. I mean, I just played that game yesterday.
The video game is amazing. Like I think the base costume you get because I have the fucking I have the game because I love it. I think this base costume is garbage because I think it pronounces everything too much. But the best part about that game is you can just wear whatever costume you want in every cutscene in the game. It will change. And I would just switch up costumes. They put the one I'm using right now is the one from the Spider-Man Sam Raimi movies. And it looks fucking dope.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. I'm going to show this really quick, y'all. And I don't even think this is all of them, but yeah. I mean, look how many costumes. And they are all very different, yeah.
Some suck. Some are garbage.
Yeah,
but there's 40 of them, and it's like most of them are on. There's not. I think only like 5 that are unlocked through DLC. But almost everyone you're showing right now, you get in the game. Some they added afterwards for like the Spider-Man one. They added just because of the anniversary, and then they added some more for like Fantastic Four shit. Like they added like 5 extra costumes for free. 3, I think, 3 to 6 for the DLC. But base game, you get 40. If you pre-ordered, you get the spider shit. But I think you get that at like level 10 anyway.
Yeah,
I love that game for the costumes, and it goes to every Spider-Man costume because there's so fucking many. The Arkham games kind of did that first. Batman has a cool ass costume, and they gave him like 8 more. Like I always loved the Bat costume because I just like the weird demon thing that it looks like.
By the way, too, really quick, since we're talking about the video games, and this will be a super short segment. I read about this earlier, right before we started the show, about apparently Sony has a patent that's suggesting that the PS5 controller is going to have a heart rate tracker and it's going to track your sweat. Do you?
What?
Yeah, like, I mean, obviously it's going to be for working out games, obviously. Like, when you play fucking... Maybe they'll do, like, a new version of Yamba Fitness or some shit, I don't know. But, like, is this something you're interested in, or no?
No, because they had the exact same... I don't know why this is burned into my memory, but they had a heartbeat sensor for the Wii.
Well, you're laughing, but it sounds like a great idea.
It's just no, because they never used it. They never went anywhere. I think they just came up with it and just said fuck it. It was like supposed to be like you play games based on it or something. Like you're supposed to control your heart rate or some stupid shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh my god, it was so ridiculous. But it's like, I'm sorry, Sony is the worst when it comes to patenting random bullshit that is not useful. They will bring it up. It's like the fucking what? I'm gonna pull up my goddamn controller. This is a fucking touchpad, by the way, which is supposed to be used for all sorts of crazy, stupid bullshit that never gets used ever. They eventually said, fuck it, we're going to use it for the touchpad so you can actually use it as a keyboard on the PlayStation Store, which is a piece of shit, but that's another story for another day. They never use the technology they have. The fucking light bright thing in the back, it never gets used except if you have a PlayStation Move set up, but most people fucking don't. So it's like, even if they somehow patent this heartbeat shit, well, maybe one Resident Evil game or some indie game will use it, but it won't matter because Sony won't support it. So who gives a shit?
Yeah, no, that's true. But yeah, I don't know, I think it's a pretty cool idea. Jay, I'm going to ask you, do you feel like if they do incorporate this to the PS5 or even if Xbox is something similar to it, would that make you want to work out playing video games or playing something that you're supposed to play with your heart rate?
Like, they're just... Leave that shit for, like, the Nintendo consoles, because that's where most people are actually doing that workout shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, if Nintendo did this, that'd be fucking great.
Yeah, go buy the new Wii game. Go buy the new...
Still playing Let's Dance on Wii.
And yeah, go buy the new Let's Dance on the Wii and the Switch, but not the Wii U, because go fuck yourself.
Wait, did this seriously skip the Wii U?
Yeah. We were watching E3 last year, and they're doing the Just Dance, whatever the fuck. And I'm looking at that because I'm like, I wonder what they're gonna support it for. And they support it for the Wii. I'm like, I bet the Wii U's not there. And I look at the logos, the Wii U's not there. So it goes like Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, Wii, and Switch. They straight up skipped a fucking console.
Oh man, I honestly I never played the Wii U, but I can't imagine it's actually that bad. I don't know, like it's just that's a situation where social media,
I just
people's
don't
opinion
think they
really
want to
affects
do anything with it, honestly.
Yeah, that sucks.
But at the end of the day, if you have a Wii U, you can play a Wii game, no problem.
Yeah, but by the way, too, they're saying Lucero says the chat said no longer cut to double toasted when they go live. I'm watching both streams right now. Which, by the way, thank you very much for doing that. But no, we typically don't because I know before we used to do the pre-shows, we just end our shit off and then there's like topics we didn't touch on and whatnot, and I just don't like doing that. Sometimes I do leave though right after they start because I had to put up a video on Dropbox for Corey. But yeah, he didn't give me one today because I would have got a call. Yeah, so Corey doesn't care about me. God damn it.
You goddamn right.
But we are going to end off right now, too, so you guys can go over there and watch Mr. Coleman doing his thing. But yeah, I will say, looking at this, though, I do think that, the more times they do shit when it comes to, like, heartbeats or heart rates, whatever, we can kind of get a little bit closer to what they did with Eternal Darkness and the GameCube.
See,
I really want something like that to happen.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. Like, the PlayStation already tried to do that whole workout shit and whatever with a couple of games. It never worked. I don't know why they need my fucking heartbeat or whatever the fuck. They ain't gonna do anything about it.
And plus, most people can't really easily control their heartbeat. And even if you can, most people can only lower it. So unless you want to actively like have something where you're running, like no one's gonna be able to hold the controller and fucking do decent workouts to measure your heart. Like try to exercise like this in order to get your thumb on whatever part of the fucking area, because that's the only part of your hand besides putting it on your wrist that actually has a fucking able to measure your pulse. That's why when you measure a person's pulse, you don't use your thumb because it has a pulse of its own. So it's like it's this really useless technology that's never gonna be utilized at all. I don't know why the fuck they're even bothering to do it. And a sweat detector, most people aren't like their hands will sweat after they play. Yeah. And they'll clean it off. I mean, most people will because you don't want to have your control slip out of your hand. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's another thing too. They're gonna have like, we're gonna have the slippery version, but then if you wait for another fucking 6 months, we're gonna have another one, and then another one, and another one. It's like, dude, just get it right the first time. And then
they won't. Then they'll give up. What do you mean have another one? Oh, it didn't work. Okay, I guess we'll never ever try this again.
Oh, you're right with the PS4 thing. They just left that shit fucked up forever.
Dude, the PS3 has 6-axis control. Mm-hmm. There's 2 games that I know of that actually fucking do it. It's Killzone. Oh, Dark Sector did it? Oh yeah, with the glaive. Yeah, you're right.
And then also Heavenly Sword.
Heavenly Sword, Heavenly Sword, I know because the thing about that game is when you fire arrows or you fire like there's the weird shields, you can control it. And I fucking was like, at this point, this is like anti-Sony. I'm like, oh, you guys don't give a shit about your thing. I'm gonna practice for hours to be a master with this shit because you put it into the game and I'm gonna goddamn use it. So by the end of the game, because there's this one sequence when you have to fire cannons, and in order to hit like the spot on this fucking like the troops, you have to aim the fucking cannonball. Yeah. And I spent hours. So by the end of it, I was getting headshots with like arrows and shit because I knew how to fucking use it because I knew they were never gonna bring this shit up. I'm like, no, somebody had to program it. I'm gonna make sure their time wasn't wasted.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I did like the 6-axis idea because I did have a Wii, and I've tried to play Wii, and I guess I think I might have early fucking Parkinson's because trying to play RE4 on a Wii is like impossible for me. Like I cannot fucking do it. I was shaking like a motherfucker. Leon's just like shooting Ashley and shit.
This game was great.
Stop!
I still have it.
Oh, for the Wii.
I still have the fucking Wii version.
Yeah, and Young Wonder, yeah. I mean, Nintendo, they turn gimmicks into actual like products that do super well. The Switch is a big-ass gimmick. They have a Switch Lite. The whole idea of a Switch is to switch from one thing to another, to switch the TV to portable. The Switch Lite does not switch to anything. It's just a Switch Lite. But no one calls out for that because it's fucking amazing.
The Switch Lite is, which literally this is what it is. It's just a bigger handheld gaming system. Like, I actually like that a lot because, honestly, why the fuck am I going to hook it up? I have a fucking PC right now that, like, and I just upgraded, spent like $2,000 on it. This is something for on the go, but like it's just a bigger version of not 3DS, but it's like it's basically trying to be a bigger version of the 2DS. and it's honestly a lot of fun. Like I get it, but it's like it's for people that just don't want to play the fucking game in general or play it on the TV. I want to play it mostly on the go, so I get why it exists. But they're building it for people for shit people actually want to do. The Switch is a cool idea of, well, what if you don't have a gaming console? Well, you could hook it up to your TV and then you could take it on the go in the same game at the same time type shit. Hell, even in a lot of cases, you don't have to shut the game off. You can just take it off and it'll automatically switch to the TV or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, which
like
is so
really
cool.
easily.
Yeah, it's made for the person playing it. It's not like, hey, just jump on the train because we have this new system. It's like, no, we're going to make something for you to enjoy. One thing I want to bring up, though, and I'm going to ask Jet this, with PS5, because this is like, I mean, this is one topic we're talking about, but here's the thing. There's a lot of PlayStation 5 shit happening, and I feel like every couple of weeks that we do a show and we
I don't care.
topics,
I'm just waiting for Animal Crossing.
yeah, no shit, right?
I'm curious to see what that's gonna be like, just because I want to know if I'm gonna like it. Because I'll probably there's a game rental place near my house, so I might end up just renting it. But I'm curious to see if it's gonna be any good.
But I'm gonna ask you, Jet, like, is this shit kind of like deselling you a little bit? Hearing so much about a system that's not even out, like about the PS5.
I think I'm gonna get it anyway. Like we're all most likely gonna get it anyway.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Is it day one for you, Jet, or no? Like, are you gonna get it like right when it comes out? Or are you gonna wait till all the bugs and all the bullshit fucking?
See, the thing is, getting it day one will probably be hard since everyone plays fucking games. I don't think I'll be
I remember trying to get the PS4 day one. I had to wait 3 months before I could find it, and I got lucky when I ended up getting it because it was super popular. Everyone was buying it, and I ended up getting it like I think right after Christmas. They just luckily had one left, and I was able to buy it for like 400. But I don't know if I'm gonna get it day one because I know that I don't play as many games as I used to. So the idea of playing it day one, I might not even be able to play it. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably wait for a bundle to come out. So I'll probably just wait till closer to like the fucking December or Christmas and see if they have one in stock.
Get yourself a gift and everything. Young Wonder saying he's more hyped for the Sony games than the console itself. Well,
no, if you were to ask like would I begin like Xbox, whatever the fuck, I've been like
Series X.
That'd probably be a long ass time before I get one of those.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna get one, not because I don't think the console's good, but because I have a PC, so I don't need to get an Xbox. I could just play everything on Game Pass or on PC in general, which is actually probably the smartest thing Microsoft ever did. Because you have the crazies like me that have a $2,000 plus PC. So you get,
yeah, that's.
I'm not gonna put that.
Yeah, like that's where I'm at. I'm like, I already have a chair. I don't need to sit on it. Like, that's gonna take up my half.
Like maybe
house.
I could put it next to my computer and shit, but like I would not know where the fuck to put that.
Imagine how hot that's gonna make your fucking room. Just sweating.
Actually, not as well. Actually, the thing is, a lot of the systems run cooler than they used to because they're not pumping out as much as they need to. That's a situation where it's like you have your TV set up and you just put it right beside it. Like it's actually pretty interesting because that's. The thing, I don't know if it has liquid cooling. I think that is this first system with liquid cooling. They built it like that because they don't want you to move it. Like when you had your 360 PS4, whatever the fuck, you can move it the fuck you want. If that thing does have liquid cooling, you're not supposed to move that system around. That's why it's so weird and awkward because it's supposed to be like a centerpiece of a room. Or not centerpiece. It's supposed to be like right beside your setup. You have your TV hanging on the wall. You got your stuff underneath the TV. And then you have your Xbox Series X right beside it, hooked up with all the cords and shit because it's supposed to be stationary. I guarantee you there's nothing on the bottom, nothing on the top.
That's actually what I want, but I know it'd be pretty fucking terrible considering, connections and shit. Mm-hmm. I just want a system without fucking cords. I'm tired of fucking cords. I'm tired. Well, but I know basically like the problems that would cause, but god damn, I'm tired of the cords.
It's gonna be a while because I think Steam tried to do that, but the issue is with latency. It's just we can't make a situation where like you can do it with video maybe, but like audio and other stuff, like it's too easy to fuck up.
Yeah, Game Pass did definitely water down some of their games. I mean, they're taking so many things out and then putting like these really small games up there. And I think the reason why is because they don't have enough money to finance all these big titles because that whole $1 for 3 months shit, that's not going to make you money. You'll get people subscribed.
Actually, they're doing really, really well on. It depends. Some games are actually doing kind of really, really good on, like Outer Wilds, Outer Worlds. The one that Obsidian made as a fuck you to Bethesda did really, really fucking well at sales. Gears 5 did really, really well there. It's just its own different kind of thing, and I don't think they're watered down. It's not always going to put the newest games because they don't always have access to them right away. But they're putting games on there eventually. Like I actually still have it. I'm paying like what $10 a month. It's worth every penny, honestly. It's even worth even more because sometimes like for instance, like a Phoenix Point, like that game came out, and it took like 3 months to get on Game Pass, but I have it on Game Pass now. I played them.
This is so
Gears
fast.
5.
It's a Gay Pass, by the way. I had that on Gay Pass.
Bleeding Edge fed cheap because Bleeding Edge was a piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry, but Bleeding Edge is like, oh, we're gonna be like a battle royale or whatever the fuck. Who cares about those games? Are always made cheap.
One thing that I'm really scared about the Xbox Series X, and then we'll get out of here, is this, because they're talking about teraflops, and I don't know what the fuck a teraflop is. I don't know shit about that.
Nobody does.
But,
But from what I could tell you, a teraflop is the gigahertz for a console.
Yeah, but looking at this though, one thing that turns me off is right here, AMD CPU. Man,
Yep.
people that are into gaming on big computers and everything, especially streaming, they know Intel's the way to go. AMD can be good, but can also be very fucking bad, and it's super expensive to fix a broken AMD situation. You know what I mean?
Actually, the consoles have been doing AMD for like 4 or 5 generations now.
No, I know that, but that's what I'm saying too. I mean, we're getting generations where a PS4 breaks and they're like, buy a new one, motherfucker. I'm sorry. Same thing with the Xbox. Like, past generations have been horrible, and it's like, yeah, if you tout your fucking console like, oh, this is the new gaming PC, this is the best. We got teraflops, we got teradrops, we got blah blah blah, and also AMD. It's like, no. Like, AMD, you should have changed that shit if you really want to be the best. So you
okay, so the reason they're picking it is because it's really good for the price point. Because this has been the fight that I've been fighting. As someone with a fucking expensive ass PC, it's a fight with you PC and consoles for the life of me ever since it started, and I never understood why it's an argument. Because a console is never supposed to beat a PC. You're not gonna beat it on anything, because at the end of the day, I can do whatever the fuck I want with this. I can, like, right now, the only thing I need to upgrade right now is I want to get a new video card, because I'm seeing where the choke point is, and if I get like the most expensive video card, which is like $1,500 right now, I'll run everything at 144 frames, 1440p. But I'm spending $1,500 fucking dollars because I want to get it to the maximum that games can go at. A console is supposed to be for people that just want to play the games, but don't want to have to worry about the maintenance, the extra cost to get new parts, and just all the extra bullshit that it comes to doing a PC. Me and you have worked with PCs for a long fucking time. We know that just because you put something into it doesn't mean it's gonna fucking work. But for the most part, if you put a fucking, unless you're talking about Anthem or whatever the fuck, 90% of the time, when you buy a console from a Switch to a fucking Xbox One, when you put your game in, the worst thing you have to deal with is a day one patch, but you'll generally have your game working. And that's what people give a shit at the end of the day. They're buying the $400 box because they don't want to think about all the extra bullshit. They're not like, think about, I want a better processor, I wanted this. The processors on consoles are shit because they're only running one program. The processor for a PC has to be amazing because it's running everything from the OS itself to your Discord, Steam, your internet, your soundboard, all that shit at the same time. Versus a console that only really needs to run 2 things, maybe. So it's what's it called? It's a processor is going to be shit because it doesn't need to have a good one. The video card is going to be decent because it still wants to run things at a decent fidelity, but it's not going to be anywhere near than you buying the part yourself. So they get everything on the cheap to reduce the price for the casual person.
Yeah, so with that said, though, we're going to get the fuck out of here. I know we've been on for a very long time. But, yeah, we'll see what happens with Xbox Series X and the fucking PS5. Every single time something comes up with that, even though it's probably going to be fake, whatever, we'll definitely talk about it on the show. But, speaking of our show, we're going to be back tomorrow for the weekly Roast and Toast pre-show, as well as I'm going to be doing some video game stuff. I'm probably going to be playing Call of Duty tomorrow instead of doing topics and whatnot, just to shoot the shit with you guys.
And hopefully it won't be as long.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, we'll try our best to make this shit not as long at all. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching this so very much. Definitely leave a follow. Definitely share our stuff, too, because, as far as being the pre-show for Double Toast and whatnot, we do our own stuff, and we like to do that very, very often. So, thank you for hanging out with us.
And we also like to fight.
That, too.
A lot.
Very, very lot. And you're surprised that we didn't fight so much today, but it will happen tomorrow. So, with that said, you guys can follow Alan on doing all of this stuff in the Metropolis Collective on Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook as well, and on YouTube. And with that said, Mr. Alan Shakazine, why don't you join me in the attack in the chat on the 3, on the 2, ow, that was so loud, on the 1, attack, goddamn chat, and stay toasty. Enjoy them. Go watch that shit.
Yep. See y'all next time.
What up, son? Over there, talking about that foolishness. Son of a bitch. Did you really fart?
Yeah.
That sounded like a real fart.
It really didn't, but sure.
It kind of did. I have an imagination.
Unfortunately.
Thank you, guys. Goodbye.